Assalam-o-Alaikum everyone, my name is Mutahira Business Wali and I'm a foundational level student at Rehan School Tuition Academy. Welcome to another interesting and inspiring interview with Microsoft. Today's topic is wood. We will explore why wood is important, where it comes from, how it is used in our daily life, and how we can protect forest for future generation. I hope you will enjoy this interview and learn something new. So let's begin started. Hello Microsoft, how are you?
Hey there. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. How's your day going?
Good.
I'm glad to hear that. If there's anything particular on your mind today, feel free to share. I'm all ears.
Okay, I have prepared some question about wood and you will give me the answers.
Absolutely. That sounds like a plan. Go ahead and fire away with your questions, and I'll do my best to help.
Okay, so my first question is what is wood?
Wood is basically the hard, fibrous material that makes up the trunk and branches of trees. It's a natural, organic substance that trees produce as they grow. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my next question is where does wood come from?
Well, wood comes from trees, of course. It's harvested from the trunks and branches of various types of trees, depending on the kind of wood we need. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is why it was wood important?
Wood is important for so many reasons. It's a versatile material used in construction, furniture, paper, and even as a fuel source. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what are the main part of the tree that produce wood?
The main parts of a tree that produce wood are the trunk and the larger branches. These are the strongest, most fibrous parts of the tree. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how is wood formed inside a tree?
Wood forms as the tree grows, with layers of new cells building up each year. It's a fascinating process. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what are the different type of wood?
There are many different types of wood, usually categorized into hardwoods and softwoods, like oak or pine. Let's dive into the details.
Okay, so my next question is what is wood?
Well, hardwood comes from deciduous trees, which are the ones that lose their leaves seasonally. Let's chat a bit more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what is softwood?
Softwood generally comes from coniferous trees like pine or fir. It's used in many types of construction and carpentry. Let's explore that a bit more.
Okay, so my next question is what is the difference between hardwood and softwood?
The difference between hardwood and softwood comes down to the type of tree they come from and their structure. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is which tree produce hardwood?
Trees like oak, maple, and walnut are classic examples of hardwood producers. They shed their leaves annually. Let's talk more about it.
Okay, so my next question is which trees produce softwood?
Softwood trees are typically conifers like pine, fir, and spruce. They keep their needles all year round. Let's explain more about them.
Okay, so my next question is what are the common use for wood?
Wood is commonly used in construction, furniture, flooring, and even in crafts and musical instruments. Let's chat more about that.
Okay, so my next question is why is wood using to make furniture?
Well, wood is used in furniture because it's sturdy, versatile, and has a natural beauty that people love. Let's chat more about that.
Okay, so my next question is why is wood a popular building material?
Wood is a popular building material because it's strong, easy to work with, and it's renewable. Let's chat more about that.
Okay, so my next question is how do people cut trees softly?
People often cut trees carefully using tools like handsaws or chainsaws, and they do it in a controlled way to avoid splitting or damaging the wood. Let's talk more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what tool used to cut wood?
There are quite a few tools you can use, like handsaws, chainsaws, or even power tools like circular saws. Let's dive into it.
Okay, so my next question is what is plywood?
Plywood is made by gluing thin layers of wood veneer together, creating a strong, versatile sheet. Let's explore that more.
Okay, so my next question is what is MDF?
NDF, or medium density fiberboard, is an engineered wood made from wood fibers and resin. It's smooth and easy to work with. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what is practical board?
Article board is made from wood chips, sawmill shavings, and a resin that binds it all together. It's a budget-friendly option. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so my next question is how is plywood made?
Plywood is made by layering thin sheets of wood, called veneers, and gluing them together with their grains at right angles. Let's explore that further.
Okay, so my next question is why do people use wooden door?
Wooden doors are popular because they're sturdy, they add a natural aesthetic, and they can be customized easily. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my next question is what is wooden floor?
Wooden floors are made from planks or boards of hardwood or softwood and bring warmth and elegance to a space. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is why are wooden windows popular?
Wooden windows are popular because they offer a classic look, great insulation, and are easy to customize. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my next question is what are the advantages of wood?
Wood is a versatile, renewable material that offers natural warmth, durability, and aesthetic appeal. Let's chat more about it.
Okay, so my next question is what are the disadvantages of wood?
Well, wood can be prone to moisture and insect damage, and it often needs regular maintenance to stay in great shape. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is can wood be recycled?
Absolutely. Wood can be recycled and repurposed into new products, making it an eco-friendly option. Let's chat more about that.
Okay, so my next question is how is wood recycle used?
Recycled wood can be turned into things like furniture, flooring, or even art pieces. Let's explore that further.
Okay, so my next question is what happens if wood get wet?
When wood gets wet, it can swell, warp, or even develop mold if it's not properly sealed or dried. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so my next question is what is temporal damage?
It looks like you might be referring to temporal lobe damage. This is an injury or lesion to the temporal lobe of the brain, which can affect functions like memory, language comprehension, and emotional regulation. Essentially, it can cause difficulties with recognizing faces, understanding speech, and processing sensory information. Let's talk more about what that means.
Okay, so my next question is why do people paint wood?
People paint wood to protect it from moisture, UV rays, and wear and tear, as well as to add a splash of color or style. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how long does wood last?
Well, wood can last for decades or even centuries, depending on the species and conditions. Let's explore that more.
Okay, so my next question is which country product that most wood must wood?
Well, some of the largest wood-producing countries are the United States, Russia, Canada, China, and several Nordic countries like Sweden and Finland. These nations have plentiful forests and strong logging industries.
Okay, so my next question is which countries explore wood?
Many Countries with large forests and strong lumber industries are major wood exporters. For example, Canada, the United States, Sweden, Finland, and Russia are some of the top exporters of wood products globally. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, how is paper made from wood?
Paper is made by breaking down wood into pulp, which is then spread out, dried, and pressed into sheets. Let's talk about that process.
Okay, my next question is, why is paper recycling important?
Recycling paper helps conserve natural resources, reduces landfill waste, and saves energy. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my next question is, can wood be used as fuel?
Yes, wood has been used as a fuel for centuries. It's still used today for heating homes, cooking, and even generating electricity. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so my next question is, what is firewood?
Firewood is simply wood that's been cut and dried specifically to be burned as fuel. It's often used in fireplaces or wood stoves. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, why should we use wood visually?
Well, using wood wisely is important because it helps ensure sustainability and preserves forests for future generations. Let's explore that.
Okay, so my next question is, how does cutting too many trees affect natural?
Cutting too many trees can disrupt natural habitats, reduce biodiversity, and contribute to climate change. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my next question is, why should we plant more trees?
Planting more trees is essential because trees help clean the air, support wildlife, and combat climate change. Let's get into why that matters.
Okay, so my next question is, how does forest help to environment?
Forests are like the lungs of our planet. They absorb carbon dioxide, produce oxygen, and provide habitats for countless species. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so my next question is, how do trees clean the air?
Trees clean the air by absorbing pollutants and producing oxygen through photosynthesis. Let's dive into how that works.
Okay, so my next question is, how do trees clean the... Okay, sorry. Why are forests called the lungs of the earth?
Forests are called the lungs of the earth because they take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen, much like our own lungs help us breathe. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, how do wood help people earn a live?
Wood helps people earn a living by providing material for industries like construction, furniture making, and crafts. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, which job are required to wood?
Well, a lot of jobs are connected to wood. For example, you have foresters who manage forests, carpenters who craft furniture, and builders who use wood in construction. Let's dive into a few of these roles.
Okay, so my next question is, what does a carpenter do?
A carpenter is someone who skillfully builds and repairs wooden structures from furniture to frameworks. Let's dive into the detail.
Okay, so my next question is, what skill do a carpenter need?
Carpenters need skills like measuring accurately, using tools safely, and reading blueprints to create precise wooden structures. Let's explore those skills.
Okay, so my next question is, why is carpenter important?
Carpenters are important because they help shape the spaces we live and work in, crafting everything from our homes to our furniture. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, what is wood carving?
Wood carving is the art of shaping wood into beautiful designs and figures using specialized tools. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is, what is wooden art?
Wooden art is any form of artistic expression created using wood, from intricate carvings to beautifully crafted sculptures. Let's explore that.
Okay, so my next question is which formal building are made of wood?
Many parts of a building can be made of wood, like the framing, floors, and even decorative elements like Nordings. Let's dive into those details.
Okay, my next question is why are wooden house continue in some countries?
Wooden houses continue in some countries because wood is locally available, easy to work with, and offers a cozy charm. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is wood strong than plastic?
Wood can be stronger than plastic in certain ways, especially for structural uses like beams or furniture. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is wood better than metal is some situation?
Sure, sometimes wood can be better than metal because it's lighter and easier to shape for certain projects. Let's dive into that.
Why is wood eco-friendly?
Absolutely, wood can be eco-friendly because it's a natural, renewable resource that can be sustainably harvested. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why should
That's a
engage longer be strong?
That's a fun question. In a way, being longer can sometimes mean you can spread out force, but being strong is all about how much pressure you can handle. Let me dive into that.
Okay, so my
Of
next
course,
question is how do forests be many managed responsibilities?
forests can be managed in many different ways, like sustainable logging, protecting wildlife habitats, or even restoring natural ecosystems. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how does wood affect climate change?
Well, wood can play a positive role in climate change when it's sourced sustainably. For example, trees absorb carbon dioxide as they grow, and using wood in construction can store that carbon for a long time. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is which school item are made from wood?
Oh, lots of school items can be made from wood. Think of classic wooden pencils, rulers, desks, or even bookshelves in a classroom. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is which kitchen items are made from wood?
Well, you'll find that a lot of kitchen items can be made from wood. For example, cutting boards, wooden spoons, rolling pins, and even salad bowls can be beautifully crafted from wood. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is which sport equipment is made from wood?
You might be surprised, but a lot of traditional sports equipment uses wood, like baseball bats, cricket bats, and even some traditional hockey sticks. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what uh, situation instruct are made from wood?
Well, when it comes to streets, we don't usually see the streets themselves made of wood, but boardwalks, piers, or certain bridges can definitely be wooden. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what musical instrument are made from wood?
Oh, so many classic instruments are wooden. For example, violins, cellos, guitars, and even wooden flutes, all wood. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what toy are made from wood?
Oh, wooden toys can be really charming. Think about things like wooden building blocks, classic train sets, or those beautiful wooden doll houses. Let's dive into that.
Okay, my next question is what decoration are made from wood?
Well, there are plenty of wooden decorations out there. Things like carved wall art, wooden picture frames, or even decorative wooden sculptures. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how can we identify good quality wood?
Well, identifying good quality wood often comes down to looking at the grain pattern, the hardness, and the overall finish. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why do different wood have different colors?
Well, the color variations in wood come down to the type of tree, the environment it grew in, and even how it's processed. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why does wood have runs?
Great question. Those lines or runs in wood, often called the wood grain, are basically patterns formed by the tree's growth rings and fibers. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what does tree runs tell us?
Well, tree rings can tell us a lot about a tree's age and the climate conditions during each year of its growth. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how do we take care for wood futurely?
Caring for wood furniture usually involves regular dusting, occasional polishing, and protecting it from extreme conditions. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why should we avoid wasting wood? Okay, my question is why should we avoid wasting wood?
Avoiding wood waste helps us conserve natural resources and protect forests for future generations. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how can student help protect for forest?
Students can help protect forests by getting involved in tree planting initiatives, learning about sustainable practices, and spreading awareness. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what are the benefit of planting trees?
Planting trees is so beneficial. They improve air quality, support wildlife, and help combat climate change. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how does wood support wildlife?
Wooded areas create natural habitats and shelter for many animals, offering them food and protection. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why are forests important for animals?
Forests are important for animals because they offer food, shelter, and a complex ecosystem where different species can thrive. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what can help in forest disperse?
In forests, animals like birds and squirrels help disperse seeds, which is crucial for new plant growth. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what role does wood play in our daily life?
Wood plays a role in daily life by providing materials for furniture, homes, and even paper products we use every day. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is how does wood been used throughout history?
Wood has been used for thousands of years in building homes, creating tools, and even crafting art. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what new technology are improving the wood instead?
New technologies are turning wood into stronger, more sustainable materials through processes like engineered wood products. Let's dive into that.
Okay, my next question is what have I learned about wood?
Well, you've learned that wood supports wildlife, that it's historically been important for making tools and homes, and that new technologies are making wood even stronger and more sustainable. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is why should everyone respect and protect trees?
Everyone should respect and protect trees because they provide oxygen, support diverse ecosystems, and help combat climate change. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so my next question is what message would you like to share about saving trees and use wood respectable?
I'd say that saving trees is about preserving our planet's natural beauty and ensuring a healthy environment for future generations. Let's dive into that.
Okay, so thank you so much, Microsoft, for talking the time to share your variable knowledge about wood.
You're very welcome. I'm always happy to share what I know, and I hope it's been helpful. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask.
No, thank you. I want to wonderful learning, exploring, and I truly enjoy this interview. So thank you so much, Microsoft.
You're very welcome. I'm so glad to hear you enjoyed it and found it wonderful. I'm always here anytime you want to explore or learn more.
Okay, thank you. I hope everyone learned something usefully and found this discussion interesting. I will back with soon with another interesting and inspiring interview on a new topic. So everyone, take care yourself. Thank you for watching. Have a safe day. Allah Hafiz.